Kaiju number 10, the man creature thing that led the Wyvern-based aerial raid against the 3rd Division base, or the Tachikawa base, whatever you want to call it. But in this video, I want to talk about a theory that I have with Kaiju number 10 and his ultimate objectives, and just kind of talk about things that he also does want in the meantime, but at the end of the day, he's going to progress towards something at the end of this story, and what is that going to be? This is going to be my thoughts on that. Welcome back to our channel. This is Dalton, aka the Sly Senpai. Thank you for clicking on this video. Like I said, it's just a theory video. Let me know what you think about my theory below, and let me know some theories that you might have. I'd love to talk about other theories. Working on some other videos with Kaiju number 8 outside of just the chapter reviews. So let me know what you think. Just trying to build an awesome community here. And without further ado, let's get into it. So the theory overall that I have with Kaiju number 10 is, obviously we know that he was a prototype that was created by Kaiju number 9. My theory is that even though he does want to get used by Vice Captain Hoshina, I think that at the end of the day, he wants to get weaponized and get used as Vice Captain Hoshina for the Kaiju side. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, even though he does want to fight Kaiju and fight humans, he's still a Kaiju and he wants to do things for the Kaiju side. Why do I have that theory? Let's get into it. So, whenever we saw him pull up on the scene, in my opinion, he's still my favorite Kaiju design. Let's just go ahead and take a look at that design. He's so awesome. He almost looks like a miniaturized Godzilla in a way. But whenever he pulls up on the scene, the first thing that he asks for is, who's the strongest person on this base? He finds out that it's Hoshina because Mina Ashiro is not on the base at the time. So he's like, bet, it's time. Let's get into it. Let's fight. That's all we figure out what he's there for. You know what I mean? Like, all we know off rip is that he just wants to fight somebody, but he doesn't say what his ultimate objective is in pulling up on that base, as well as leading all those Wyvern type Kaiju to the base. Kafka said that Wyvern type Kaiju don't ever normally like come by themselves. I think that he said that there's like 10 Wyvern attacks a year and they're all solo attacks and they're never band together. So obviously like something had to band all these Kaiju together, which is Kaiju number 10. Now, with that said, he did that for an ultimate goal. I think that Kaiju number 9 told 10 to go and attack the 3rd Division base, knowing that he was gonna get defeated. This wasn't something that was in question for Kaiju number 9. He was hoping that it was also gonna take lives because that's something that he does do every now and then. But ultimately, he knew that Kaiju number 10 was going to be defeated by the 3rd Division base, right? Knowing that Kaiju number 10 is going to get defeated by the 3rd Division base, earlier we already knew that Kaiju number 9 basically couldn't absorb Kaiju number 2 because Kaiju number 2 was too strong. But once Isao had a weaponized Kaiju number 2 and it had a compatible user that was strong enough to actually use Kaiju number 2, Kaiju number 9 could absorb Kaiju number 2. You kind of see where I'm going with this. So right now, Kaiju number 10 told Hoshina, yes, I am a prototype created by Kaiju number 9. But what I theorize is he was created by Kaiju number 9, but Kaiju number 9 created a Kaiju that was too strong, presumably, for him to absorb right now. But since he's going to get weaponized and used by Vice Captain Hoshina, aka whenever Kaiju number 10 said, lend me your body, now that he's going to get used by Captain Hoshina, presumably Kaiju number 9 in the future would be able to absorb Captain Hoshina and Kaiju number 10. This is just what my theory is. Obviously it might not be right, but just a lot of things lead me to this conclusion. I think that Kaiju number 10 does like to fight at the end of the day. Captain Hoshina said that Kaiju number 10 has emotions that are outside of normal Kaiju emotions. Like, at the end of the day, most of the Kaiju that are pulling up on the scene are just coming to get smoke and destroy shit, you know what I'm saying? But Kaiju number 10 pulled up on the scene, wanted to fight the strongest person there, and had a great time fighting the strongest person there. But that was not his ultimate objective. You know what I'm saying? Like, a Kaiju that has human intelligence isn't just going around just trying to fight the strongest person there. He was obviously also had some other objectives. So that's where my theory comes into play. Just kind of reading through everything and seeing how much Kaiju number 10 was actually even pressing Vice Captain Hoshina to use him. It wasn't even necessarily that the Defense Force said that we're gonna weaponize you. I'm sure that at some point they would have tried something along those lines, but Kaiju number 10 wouldn't talk to anybody else other than Vice Captain Hoshina, right? He wouldn't talk to anybody else because he knew everybody else was too weak to use him. It only makes sense that the one person that he wants to talk to is the person that he's actually going to be able to get straight to the point with. He's getting straight to the point and telling you, weaponize me, lend me your body, let me use you. And it's funny, his favorite fucking phrase to say is, I love to feed on you for sustenance. I love that phrase whenever he says that. And then all the time it just like shows that menacing, like grimming eye that he has. But nah, that's just like my theory for Kaiju number 10. Like I said, Kaiju number 10 is also my favorite Kaiju design in the series. I don't know what your guys' take on that is, man, but he just looks badass to me. On top of that, it was so crazy whenever he leveled up from like that 8.3 fortitude level to the 9.0 fortitude level. And I remember Hoshina was going to attack him from the backside, thinking that he was going to get an attack off. And then Kaiju number 10 had all those eyes pop up on the back of him. I'll pop it on the screen right now while I'm talking, but that's seriously one of the most dope panels in this Kaiju series. Whenever I think about it, honestly, off the top of my head, whenever this series gets animated, you know who would be a dope voice actor for Kaiju number 10? It would if any of you guys watch Black Clover, the guy that is the Beast Elf, Ningen Mas, and like always despair, despair, despair. He would be an awesome voice actor for Kaiju number 10, like whenever I pictured in my head. But honestly, I'm just starting to ramble now. I already told you all my theory. Like I said, if you do agree with the theory or think that it could be onto something, let me know down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I don't even know what else to say. Thank you for watching the video. It's been your boy, the Sly Senpai, and I ain't never gonna forget, hold up. Peace. I told you I'm gonna get signed, boy.